March 5th, 2015. We have snow-covered sleet. And the greenhouse is covered. Last night it was sleeting, and there was a good bit of sleet over the entire property, well, all of central Arkansas. And then evidently last night it snowed. And all that weight's on the greenhouse now. It doesn't seem to have collapsed, so I guess that's a good thing. I haven't had my coffee yet, so and just look around. It's kind of a bummer, really. You know, by this time I've even got some things planted outside. Even seeing the raised beds over there, they're almost covered. Orchard, looks like sticks. Happy Cinco de Marcho. Well, at least the sun looks like it might come out. If it'll clear up, that greenhouse will melt down. So, anyway, it's about noon, and I know you're probably hearing some wind noise, so I'm going to speak up a little bit. So, it's not much I can do about it. This information. So, this is what the greenhouse looks like. All the snow and sleet slid off, and I would say it was definitely within 30 minutes after the sun popped out. This thing is absolutely amazing to hang up. I walked in here, it was extremely muggy, and my glasses fogged up immediately, and I'm sure maybe the camera even has a little bit of fog to it right now. Not sure, but it is about, depending on which one you believe, 80, close to 90 degrees there, which I doubt. And then this one, let's see if you can, yep, there he goes. That one is 79.7. But I kind of want to give you an honest look at what goes on in the greenhouse. And being March 6th, I wanted you to see that sometimes it's not pleasant in here. I've got water. I had to wear my rubber boots out here this time. That water is just all over. I had to put my fig plant on top of my nutrient container there to keep it from floating up, because it does. And there's just so much water melting from the snow and the rain we've been having. You can see that it has made a mess of my greenhouse. So still, plants are looking pretty good. And I've noticed in my last video I had some damage, so I sprayed some neem oil on them. Cold pressed pure neem oil, not the kind you buy from the store. And you can even see here that my strawberries are wanting to kick into bloom. Try to make some berries because of the warmth in here. Blackberries are all leafing out. I'm pretty happy with it. But spring is coming and we need to shift into spring mode, which means spring and summer crops like tomatoes and peppers. So that's what I'm gonna do here in the next few weeks. I'll give you an update on my potatoes. This is what they're looking like. They're breaking through. This one's particularly heavy in foliage. Now these next three, they were the first to come up, and they were having serious issue because it was getting so cold. I was getting dieback. I don't know if you can see here, the tips here, but I see new foliage coming on, and they're trying to overcome that big time. So it's kind of the same with this one. Let's see if I can get down closer so you can see the tips. There were quite a bit of plants growing these first three when those real cold spells kicked in. And this is the last one down here. This is the only one that's red Pontiac. The others are Norland. So, anyway, that's an update on my potatoes. This is my fawn cover over a vertical fawn. And I've removed the clips. These are the clips I used to kind of put it in place over the plastic, like so. And I'm going to pull this back and show you what my tomatoes, peppers, squash, and eggplant look like today. And feeling a little mixed emotion about it, and I'll discuss that in just a second. Alright, now that I've pulled the top off, I didn't pull the top off. Now that I've raised it, that whole front sheet, it goes from here all the way over there. I just simply lifted it up and put it up on top of the fawn cover. I'll let you look at what's going on here with, there's some of my squash, and I've got some onions there, and the ugly pot still, and my tomatoes are getting really long and leggy. Got an eggplant here. Actually, I've got two of those eggplants, same one I grew last year. Some cantaloupe here. I'm not sure if that's that's ambrosia, which is not really a cantaloupe, but we won't go there. It's very close. It's a melon. Got some more squash here. Blackberry and blueberry. I'm trying to start from cuttings. I took some of the onions out of the ugly pots here and put them in this because I noticed that, and the same with this one, I noticed that these were quite a bit smaller than these when I first put them in it, and they're like, I don't know, at least twice as big. So this is definitely the way to go next time. So I did it with this one, and then I had some of these trays, so I did with that one. We'll see how they look, and then I put some of them directly in the gutter. So we have some more squash here of various kinds. Some tomato down there that I started a little later. Some peppers are down here. Some squash. I even have a nice squash leaf bloom, or squash bloom. Lots of blooms actually coming on, which isn't necessarily good. But so these things, they need to go into pots, and I'm mixed about it because I started too early. But at the same time, I know from last year that I could take these and get them in a pot and string them up and they'll do fine. On the flip side, it's very humid. Very humid in here. And my cucurbits, specifically squash, are starting to have issues here. And I don't know if that is a fungus or a bug. It looks sort of like something is chewing on them, but I'm not sure what it is. I did spray with compressed neem oil. There's some little watermelons, by the way, too. And I don't know, that might have done some good, but I'm also going to spray with spinosad in case there's some kind of soft-bodied insect doing the chomping. So that's what I'm going to do after this. So that's the fawn covered. The fawn cover over the vertical, 10-foot vertical fawn, and it looks like a jungle. If I can make it 2 or 3 more weeks till the temperatures get at least 45 at the lowest within the greenhouse, then we're gonna start this show. So right now it's been colder, a lot colder than average, and it's just a bit of a delay in getting everything done. I'm in the greenhouse and I am sweating. I want to give this last recording of the temperature. That says is obviously wrong at 100 and almost 110, but this has already gone up to 81 points. Just switched to 81.8 and getting hotter. I think it's the sun's not only bouncing through here, it's bouncing off the white surface outside, but it is cold as the dickens outside. But oh, it's so hot in here. Whew, I gotta leave. Anyway, that's it. Signing out again. Shallots are going to do now.